What's the longest you believe a family secret can last? Months? Years? Generations? We believe that silence keeps our families safe. But silence, it's not harmless. It protects no one. In fact, silence shapes who we become. Our family learned that silence has a cost. Picture this. It's Christmas dinner. The doorbell rings. My daughter walks over to the door, and she comes back with this puzzled look on her face. Daddy, do you have a secret son that you're not telling us about? Now, an unexpected guest being late for dinner is not unusual in families. But this young man, he did look like me. He could have passed as my son. I walked over, and it was Stephen, my cousin, who I hadn't seen in 10 years. Now, I don't blame my daughter for asking this question, because in my family, secrets have a way of repeating themselves. When I was 18 years old, my father sat my younger brother and I down and told us something that would forever change the way I viewed my family. He told us he had a son before he married my mom. A son we never knew existed. At that moment, I didn't feel anger. What I felt was an emptiness, like a part of a story I'd known all my life was removed. What made it even more interesting was meeting my new older brother for the very first time, and him casually mentioning, I remember you. I remember playing with you when I was young and in the countryside before I migrated to Canada. An image came back to mind of playing with a little boy in the countryside. We were flying kites together, running around, playing tag. I didn't remember his name back then, but I remember it now. I also found out that my father's older relatives knew all along about my brother, but said nothing. They weren't protecting anyone. What their silence did was kept two brothers from growing up and knowing each other. That's the thing about family secrets. They don't disappear. They don't expire. They wait. Psychiatrist Dr. Murray Bowen tells us this. What is not spoken about doesn't just vanish. It is carried forward through behavior, identity, and unspoken rules, even when no one remembers the original story. Overnight, my role in the family changed. I went from the eldest son to the middle child. No accolades, no middle child ceremony, no middle child handbook. Just a brand new role. But why do I still feel like the eldest son? Even though a family secret has taken that title away. Here's something I came to learn. Secrets don't stay with the people that created them. They're passed down like an invisible inheritance. When it comes to family secrets, judgment is easy. But understanding, that's hard. We'll never know the social, cultural, or emotional pressures that would lead someone to believe that silence was their only option. Even when that silence comes at a cost. Here's something else I came to understand. When it comes to family secrets, it shapes how children view themselves. It shapes who believe they belong and who don't. Secrets decide which stories are told today and which stories wait until a funeral. And when people get up to speak, they realize that their names they can't mention. That their relationships they can't explain. And that there are chapters that never made it to the story. Because silence just doesn't hide the past. It defines the future. Here's something else I came to understand. In every family, silence continues until someone decides not to carry it forward. There's a story that's never finished. There's a name that's never spoken. There's a question that no one felt safe enough to ask. Somewhere in your family, there's a secret waiting. Not to shame or blame anyone, but for belonging. And the secret doesn't have to continue with you.
Yeah. Okay.